Hi everybody, it's Pamela with Pammy J Journals 87. I created business cards, which are great, and also has all my information on the back, where you can find me on Etsy, where you can find me as a demonstrator for Stampin' Up, and advancedbehavioralchanges.org, which is my domestic violence education website. So there's some information for you, and in each of your subscriptions you're going to get one of those cards, so that should work great. So today we're gonna recreate the card that we did on the live so that you can actually have a template of how to create it. I actually created 3 on the live. So there was the orange one, there was the purple one, and the pink one, and I gave the pink one away to a friend. So that is not available for me to show you right now. So I'm going to recreate the purple one just so you can have a view of that. Every card that different people get are going to have different backgrounds, are going to have different things, so it becomes more creative. I thought that might be fun for everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and take a moment to just kind of show you what I use. I use the Pansy Patch stamp set. This is a photopolymer stamp set, which comes with all of the stamps that you need for this. So big pansies, small pansies, budding pansies, the leaves and the stems, and all the words that you need. There is also a coordinating die set that goes with this that usually I have inside of here, but it's not in here at this moment, that if you wanted to order this set so you have it on hand, you can get that through Stampin' Up. And if you don't have a demonstrator, I'd be more than happy to work with you on that. And the link on my business card and in the information under this video will show that. All right, so let's get down to the fun part, right? This is the fun part. So I already cut out the cards, I've already cut out the leaves and the pansies. I could have used the die cuts, but because I'm having you guys cut them out, I cut them out the old-fashioned way. I also used these 3 colors for the flowers, plus I used a yellow called Crushed Curry. So Crushed Curry, Blackberry Bliss, Starry Sky, and Gorgeous Grape were the colors that I used to create these pansies. I'm going to open up my ink and use my Hayden Handles Zoosher. So it's my distressing tool, and I'm just going to go around the edges to kind of eliminate some of that white edge paper so the flowers look more vibrant. So feel free to do that if you want to. If you don't, that's okay too. I just happen to like the way that looks. You're going to get 3 big pansies. Most of you will get 3 big pansies. One of you will probably get more small pansies. It doesn't matter the size of the pansies. I'm just giving you heads up. You may have a different, set of them. And then of course while I'm distressing, I'm just gonna do everything so I can get that done and over with, because my fingers tend to get very gross. So, and I don't know about you, but I don't like the way it feels when you have ink all over your fingers, and that gets annoying. So I'm gonna cut this down. Feel free to cut yours down if you want to. It looks like I need to take it in the chopper, the paper cutter. It just looks a little bit more than it needs to be on there. So feel free to cut anything down that you don't like the size that it is. That's the beauty of this kit, is that you actually are going to make it your own. So I'm not expecting people to be cookie cutter me, okay? Just give you guys heads up. I am more about, hey, how can I put some things into your hands that will give you the ability to create, feel successful with it, and then share a card with family or friends. Not only that, once you create something, that might spur you on to be able to create more things and more and more. So the creative forces never end. When you open them up, they just blossom. All right, so I'm just going to close that for now. I will be using that again, but for now I'm going to close it. So I am just gonna layer, use as much or as little glue or tape as you want. I am using my AdTech tape. So I'm just gonna layer the big circle and the small circle. This one has a little cut on it, so I'm actually gonna layer that where my pansies are gonna go, so y'all don't see that little mess, right? All right, so pansy number 1. We're gonna take some dimensionals. Once again, I love the Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. If you have dimensionals that you like, that's great. If you don't, check out Stampin' Up's. They're inexpensive and they are amazing. And they're easy to get off the page, and they're easy for you to take the backing off as well. See how fast that is? You don't have to fight it. I do not like the pop-up dots that you have to fight in order to get them to work. So you can do one of two things. You can put 3 big pansies on here, or you can actually add the little pansy if you want to. I'm actually going to do the 3 big ones, but I saw somebody else who created a card and they used the little ones on the front, and I thought that looked pretty good too. So once again, make it your own. Make it your own. So here's our happy pansies. Now with the leaves, I am going to take that green that I used with the leaves, and that green was called Pear Pizzazz. Some of these colors may be discontinuing, and I have ordered the new colors that are coming out. So if you go to look for a color and it's not there, that could be the reason. Use your tweezers, they are your friends. If you have nails. So you definitely want to use tweezers. Okay. With the leaves, I'm going to use some Tomboy liquid glue. And I am just going to flip these over. And just put a little glue on here. This glue is getting to the end. All right. And I'm going to use my tweezers to place the leaves. And you're just going to stick them underneath of there, wherever you feel the leaf looks good. So I'm just going to do 3 here because on the inside, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the other leaves. I did make a mistake, but that's okay. I'm creating this card for myself. So if you happen to forget to put the liner on there, that's okay. I did forget to put the liner. You are getting the liners. Here's my liners. I forgot to put the liners on, but I'm going to put the liner on the inside, so I'll show you how that works. All right, and so with the saying on the front, I'm actually going to use pop-up dots for that as well. Don't you just love this? I love it when I make mistakes on my lives because it shows you, or when I make mistakes on my videos, because it shows you that you can be human and still create and make pretty things. And you can improvise. Don't ever forget that you can improvise. If you make a mistake, look at it as like Bob Ross's happy little accidents, right? Just look at it as like, what can I do to make this like work for me, right? So I'm going to just tear the end of this here because it looks cool when it's torn. And this is a ruler that I've used that is pretty cool. Yeah, you might want to use your tweezers to grab that up. There we go. So that gives it a cute little torn edge. I am going to go around the edges of the white to give it that finished, polished look. There we go. And once again, running my tape on here so I can line that up. Don't press it all the way down until you are ready. Otherwise, you might end up with a mess. All right. Now the little pansy, I'm actually going to put the little pansy on the inside but I'm going to take the leaves and I'm going to put them around the pansy on the inside, because I think that just adds a little extra. Looks cute. Looks very cute that way. And then of course we have our words that are going to go on the inside as well. And you can put them any way you want. I like to add a little tilt to it because it gives it a little creativity. And now we're going to put this on the inside of our card, because the inside has to look as good as the outside. There we go. And if you got two small ones, you could add another one here if you wanted to. Anything like that, you could add it on the outside. You could always add a small one in the front. So whatever you want to do, I'm going to leave mine like this. Hopefully you have some pop-up dots. If you have pop-up dots, feel free to add them to this. I'm going to take the pop-up dots and I'm going to put them right in the center of the pansies so you can see how cute. It just adds a little extra to the pansy. Don't you see how that cute that is right there? Cute, cute, cute. So it just makes it happy. You can also add some more dots around it if you want to. The dots always give it a little extra as well. I like the rule of 3. So I have the 3 black dots and the 3 pansies. So it just adds a little extra dimension. So if you have pop-up dots, definitely add those to it. All right. And the last part is taking the envelope and adding the pretty. So we're going to add that to this, and I am just going to run a tape runner. If I'm mailing it, I'm going to use glue to glue it down, but because I am just giving this away, I am going to just add, oops, that one isn't big enough. Here's a bigger one. There we go. And then you want to cut it down to fit. I love these cute scissors that I got from the Healing Handbook. They're so adorable. So cute. And they cut really nice. So there's this. You might want to add a little extra zooshing on the sides of that as well. It just finishes it up. Finishes it up. And it looks like I need a little bit more purple on here. So I'm just going to add a little bit more purple. I also like to go around the front of the card. Once again, it just adds a little extra dimension. Now, if you're hand delivering this, you can add all kinds of pop-up things that you want. If you're not hand delivering it, you want to be mindful of the mail, because they will not allow you to mail big things through their machine, and it'll cost you a few more dollars. So I'm just going to stick this guy on the outside. And with the inside of the card, I'm just going to run around the edges. I did have my paper edger with me, but I did not use it. So if you wanted to turn your paper into rounded corners or your envelope card, do that before you start putting all your elements down. And there we go. Beautiful card made with a little improvisation. And we're going to turn it over and put my signature on there. Today is May. Happy May, you all. Color in my heart. So don't forget to put your signature on, because you made this card. It is your card. You created it, and it is time for you to be able to share it with another person and show off the fact that you created this. So here you go. Isn't that beautiful? A little hello from me to you. Wishing you a little extra happiness just because you are you. I love it. And there's our card. So once again, I used the Pansy Patch stamps. I used Gorgeous Grape, Starry Sky, Blackberry Bliss, and crushed curry to make my pansies. Pretty simple, straightforward. So if you're interested in any of those things, check out this information here, and I will look forward to seeing you in my next video. Please don't forget to hit subscribe. Have a good one. Thank you for watching.